पिंडी जाऊ कि केपीके जो लुचिले भी बर्ती पारिबनी पाकिस्तान सेना मुख्यालय ऑपरेशन सिंदूर रे मात खाइबा परे पाकिस्तान सेना मुख्यालय रावलपिंडी इस्लामाबाद को स्थानांतर होउतवार चर्चा प्रसंग रे एभली दंभोक्ति प्रकाश करी कहिसंती आर्मी एयर डिफेंस रे डीजी लेफ्टिनेंट जनरल सुमेर इवान डिकुन्ना खबर सरबराह संस्था ANIर पॉडकास्ट रे कहिसन जे भारत टार्गेट रहिछि पूरा पाकिस्तान तेणु रावलपिंडी हेउ कि खाइबर पख्तूनख्वा पाक सेना मुख्यालय जोठिकी भी गले भारत सेठी निशाना लगे पारे सहित पाकिस्तान ड्रोन हमला को नहीं रखिछंती बड़ बयान कहते पहलगाम हमला पर एप्रिल 26 रु भारतीय सेना करथिला 3 दिनिया ड्रोन युद्धाभ्यास पुला पुला ड्रोन सीमा सेपटू आसिले शत्रु ठारू पोजिशन को लुचाई केतबळे राडार सक्रिय कराजिबो केमिति स्वाम ड्रोन मुकाबला कराजिबो तार अभ्यास पूर्व करा जाय पाकिस्तान एभली करियो बोली आमे आगुर अनुमान लगौथिलु सहित आहरी विभिन्न प्रसंग में गुरुत्वपूर्ण खुलासा करने सहित से कहते पाकिस्तान प्राय 1000 ड्रोन पठाइथिला एवं सेथिरु 60% पाखापाखि ड्रोन केवल एयर डिफेंस गन ही खसाई देथिला एथिसहित अमेरिका और इज्राएल भली भारत एथर ऑपरेशन सिंदूर पर रेड टीमिंग रणनीति आपणाइथिला बोली से सूचना दे कहते
We realize that Pakistan, by virtue of its back-end support from Turkey and maybe a northern adversary as well, had a plethora of drones. If you see his concept of employment, he would first send in low altitude, cheaper drones in large numbers to saturate your radars. And they would also force you to open up your radars. His next line of drones would come to hit the radar. Actually, we anticipated this, and you won't believe that about maybe on the 26th, 27th and 28th, we did a simulation exercise at the behest of our army chief in the border areas, where we simulated drone attacks on the weapon system. So we started off at 5:30 in the morning, if maybe 26th was the first day. So we started at 5:30 in the morning, where we had multiple drones coming in to train our people. So that, because if you have a saturation raid, and how do you react, and how do you not switch on your radar till as late as possible? A gun system has been extremely effective, an air defense gun system, and I think that we in the army have to thank my predecessors and the army that we, unlike other countries which started moving away from guns into the realm of missiles, the Indian army held on to its guns. And even our successor gun, which is to come up for trials in July, we realized over a period of time that the gun is an irreplaceable form of air defense. And I think whether it's the L-70 or the Zoo or the Shilka, or even a LMG or an MMG in ACAC role which the infantry has, is going to make a huge difference as far as drone destruction goes. So and the gun is the undisputable, the air defense gun.
So these guns must have destroyed at least around 60% of the drones that Pakistan sent, sir?
Yeah, I would say that quantity would be a reasonable assumption, yes. A drone, to count numbers, is a perception of the person who's given it. So maybe, I would say anything between maybe 800 to 1,000 across the whole western border, yes. As an DG-AD, I was told to provide air defense. But if you look at it in the broader context, I was told to protect our airspace. But I'm sure the forces that were told to respond proportionately in as minimum collateral damage being provided, no harm to civil population or religious places, so that what caused us pain, what caused 26 families pain, if not more, directly or indirectly, that is actually avenged. The first thing that you do in conflict is to make sure that your airspace is closed for national and international flights, but they never let that happen. They let these flights fly, and I think that's a very major lesson that we've got to take away. That imagine what would have happened to their people. I think the restraint showed by the Indian armed forces and the Air Force, we had, if we wanted to be as aggressive as we could be, and we brought down a Pakistan international carrier, a national aircraft with civilians on board, I mean, that would have been criminal. I'm just saying that this was, I'm trying to bring out the thought process of Pakistan as a state.
To move its civilian.
That's what I'm trying to bring. I'm trying to bring out that you moved your civilians indirectly as for whatever purpose. There is a very interesting concept called red teaming. The US uses it. Israel used it to some extent. We have started using red teaming, wherein whenever we decided to do something, within our own group of people, we had a red team which would challenge why we did it, would tell us what they anticipated would be the mindset of the opposition. It's a fascinating concept which challenges whatever action you're going to do, to able to understand what can be the outcomes of that action, so that you know what to be prepared for in the next phase if you take this action. And this is what happens in the army today. We've started it recently under the present chief of army staff, where and even during the last chief, this concept of red teaming came out. And we are now following this red teaming. Effectively, in this particular campaign, we did use the concept of red teaming. India has an adequate arsenal of weapons to take on Pakistan right across its depth. So from its broadest to its narrowest, wherever it is, the whole of Pakistan is within range of. So we are absolutely capable from our borders or even in depth, where we can take on the entire Pakistan. And the GHQ can move from Rawalpindi to KPK or wherever they want to move, but they are all within range.
Okay.
So they'll have to really find a deep hole.